Fort Harrison, the cool part about Fort Harrison, you're standing in the middle of the initial location of the 1st Special Services Force. All special operations can trace their birthplace to Fort Harrison, Montana. In the pre-World War II era, we brought a joint endeavor between Canada and U.S. troops here to Fort Harrison to do multiple training opportunities where they did mountaineering, they did land nav, they did hand-to-hand combat. All those aspects you expect out of special operations was initiated right here in Fort Harrison.
I'm Josh Clement. I am the American Legion with Post 2, Department of Montana. In 2010, in September, left to support Operation Iraqi Freedom, which was transitioned to Operation New Dawn, and then came home in September 2011 from that deployment, and then since been reassigned up to Fort Harrison and was made the brigade personnel officer, and now I'm the executive officer and administrative officer for the 208th Regional Training Institute, where we provide training for future combat medics, Army 68 Whiskies, and Army Logistics, Automated Specialists, 92 Alphas. Any other questions? Does that make sense? We do definitely, the commander and the sergeant major, they do apologize for not getting to see you guys last weekend because of the weather. It's a phenomenal assignment. It's not just a great assignment. It's one of those rare assignments that in the National Guard, we do something every day of the week. 11 out of 12 months of the year, we have students from all over the country that comes to Fort Harrison, Montana to pick up a new Army MOS. It's not a common National Guard mission, but it ties you to that active duty side, that something's going on all the time, and at the same time we're dealing with citizen soldiers that have to balance out their needs of their families.
3 times a year we have 18 different students come in three times a year and spend 57 days with us to become fully qualified Army combat medics. At the completion of their training, they also have a National Registry Emergency Medical Technician license. This is why we need the American Legion. This mannequin that we have in front of us is a $120,000 mannequin. This mannequin provides the detailed training that our soldiers need. They get every aspect of medical procedure with this mannequin that's run remotely, so they can be in here with their instructor and they don't have to have someone being told, now do this. The United States Army is moving into a simulation capability because we can't do live tissue. I can't put a crike. I can't get the right patient contacts so that we can simulate someone having low blood pressure. I can't simulate having low blood flow or a sucking chest wound. So these simulation mannequins allow the medics to walk into a training room and actually assess their patients and train to the same standards. It's hard to replicate what they're going to see on the battlefield, but we want to make sure they have full capabilities of knowledge when it comes to all these training pieces. And again, when you're asking an organization to pay $120,000 for one mannequin, when some are asking for 5 of these, it's a challenge. But we're lucky we do have veteran service organizations like the American Legion that knows we're going to go to Congress and ask for the right stuff, because we want to make sure that we have the right equipment and the right training. And that's what we're doing around this table today. We're sharing the information, what our community and military community is doing. But what do we do when we walk out of here? How do we continue to enforce that on the community side?
One of the key things I try to do is be seen, wear the Legion cap, represent our brand properly, and be available to our community. You know, so it's not a set program or whatnot, but it's just to be an available asset. On a routine basis, I serve as the Military Affairs Committee Vice Chair, and hold that partly because I'm currently serving military, but also because I'm the Legionnaire, and I bring Legion business to that committee as on a monthly basis. The military needs Legionnaires in uniform so that we can focus on getting what we need at the right place and the right time. I'm coming near towards the end of my career, but I don't want to give up service. I don't want to give up taking care of other people. There's just something about helping someone, not necessarily giving them a hand out, but giving them a hand up, that you want to do that part. And I kind of like challenging people when they say, oh, it's too much, you're not the right age, you're not the right generation, you're still working, you're still a family guy, you probably need to just do that. We got this until that point. That was kind of a good motivation for me to say, look, we're professionals. We know how to balance. We know how to do other aspects of our lives. That you have a work life, you have a family life, you have a church life. I have a Legion life. So I have a four-tier, four-pillar life that I focus on. And I truly make a point that says I'm going to give time to this organization. I'm not going to wait till that time comes and I'm 65 years old, I'm retired from my second career, and and now I'm going to give it to an organization that I believe that's taking care of us right now.